What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. This morning, the Winterfest update for Dungeon Defenders 2 did arrive at 8 a.m. as expected. Let's go through the patch notes. First things first, the 64-bit client is here. We're adding a new 64-bit client for potential fixes for many different crashes and general game stability. You can run the 64-bit client by opening Dungeon Defenders on Steam and selecting the appropriate client on startup. This is not actually a thing. You're going to have to go in and launch the game from the launcher that's in your game files under 64-bit. I'll be putting a video up on that if they don't switch and add something to the launcher here. There's also a survey to go along with it. Of course, Chromatic wants to know how the performance is, what differs, what's better, what's worse, etc. So if you do play on the 64-bit client, make sure to check out the survey. Now the beef of the update here, the winter event is here. And of course that brings back the holiday tree, which is gonna bring in those fancy rewards. So taking a look at the daily present drops, you're 100% chance to get a random shard pack, you're 100% chance to get a legendary winter weapon, 100% chance to get the bunny hop shard. Now we know there's going to be 3 awesome Dragolich themed pets from the holiday tree. They are the Jolly Santa Lich at a 10% chance, the Frostbite Santa Lich at a 10% chance, and the Krampus Lich at a 5% chance. Then additionally, that 4th Dragolich, every victory chest on Chaos 8 on all game modes has a 0.5% chance to drop a Nightmare Krampus Lich, a Nightmare Krampus Lich pet. This also applies to Onslaught floors above 99. So go get ya that Nightmare Krampus Lich because it looks pretty darn cool. Now, of course, every update is going to have some sort of cosmetic bundles, and the Krampus flares are here, the Krampus hat, wings, and tail. The Winterfest flares, a snowflake wings, and candy cane wings are all here. Now, in addition to the winter update, there has been some material drop changes, which is quite nice. Sadly, it's just motes and amps and not other materials. I mean, if this was a change to getting more pristine Citrine clusters, then of course it would be a really big deal. However, it is always nice to get more of anything. So, Chaos 1, 5 plain motes and 3 C1 amps. Now, as far as the amps, you're actually getting less amps. Now, this means that, you know, you're just never going to have an amp shortage. Amp shortages have not been a problem unless it was at the very top. You know, Chaos 9 amps, yeah, you might have a shortage on those. These grinder amps going up through the tiers, you're just always going to have a bazillion of them. So don't even think about the amp reduction. But the important thing is the motes went up 5, 6, and 7 now. 5, 6, and 7 in Chaos 4, 5, and 6. 5 motes in Chaos 7 and 6 motes in Chaos 8. So anyone grinding in game right now is going to be getting 1 extra mote per map, which is pretty awesome. Now there was some balance changes again. The Skeletal Ramsters increased their upgrade scaling to 15% per upgrade instead of 10%. Ramsters, of course, are pretty cool. They've always had terrible upgrade value, and this has given them a nice 5% increase. Now, this means when you're actually upgrading the tower itself from Tier 1 to Tier 2, Tier 2 to Tier 3, etc. The Dryad Slimes have had a big damage buff, a 50% increased damage buff. Additionally, their targeting and pathfinding AI has been improved. So, I mean, slime fans out there, these could be quite beast. I'm looking forward to checking those out. The Initiate Tower, the Water Aura, deals AoE water damage that drenches all enemies hit. This is going to be, of course, replace the Flame Aura. And it comes with a new shard. Decreases the maximum targets, but increases damage by a percentage. That could end up making this quite interesting. The Water Aura itself, I'm not overly excited about, just because the Petrify combo is so much better than Electrocute. I don't want to purposely stop doing Petrify and start doing Electrocute, as Petrify is just better. However, If this damage upgrade is a significant amount, then of course it might be worth making the switch. Here's another nice fat buff. Fishers of Embermount have had their damage increased by 18%. Gotta love that. A little extra damage on those fishers. The Blaze Balloon has had their upgrade scaling increased to 25% instead of 15%. Once again, another big DU expense tower that had terrible upgrade value. The Blaze Balloon will be getting a nice chunk of 25% per upgrade instead of only 15% in power. The Mercenary had a change to Fan of Knives. They can use it while moving. Nether Archers got the big nerf. Now, obviously, it's not a huge nerf. Their upgrade value was scaled down. I guess it was a little bit too high. It's 20%. It was 20%. Now it's 15%. 5% difference, not going to be huge. This means that you're going to get what? You're going to get less overall damage out of your Nether Archers. However, I don't think it's going to be significant enough to make a real difference in your gameplay. The Nether Spiders, the targeting and pathfinding AI of the Nether Spiders have been improved. The natural death timer of Nether Spider and Slimes has been increased from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. Now, just good overall for the Slimes and the Nether Spiders having that AI improved. Additionally, there were some shard changes there. The Explosive Spiders has been altered. It's now augmented explosions and now works with the Slime Pit as well. So, good stuff there. You get another Slime Pit tower or shard for that tower out of the deal. Pet targeting has been revamped. They now automatically attack the target closest to the player and can switch targets while attacking. So good stuff there. Pet damage is now affected by adjusting passives like anti-mods. So if you're using an anti-melee, a controller servo, whatever you have on your hero, it is now going to affect that pet damage, which is awesome. Water damage on pets now drench the initial target hit. And then there's some new onslaught schedules added. Arachnophobia includes Chaos 8 spiders and the Deathweaver. The Carnival Extravaganza includes small ogres, big goblins, tiny kobolds, pie throwers, and then the fire, poison, and frost mages from the Carnival map. Army of the Dead includes skeletons, skeletal orcs, zombie orcs, and zombie orc boss treat. The actual Halloween-themed boss treat. Carnival Flyers includes those flying kobolds. Includes Carnival Flying Kobolds, which are those little balloons, and then the normal Flying Kobolds. And then Stabby Demon Eyes includes Dark Assassins and Demon Eyes. Demon Eyes, of course, being those little guys that come out on that Eye fight, the Eye of Cthulhu fight, and as part of that Terraria crossover, which is pretty good stuff. The Onslaught changes I could care less about, as I no longer do Onslaught at all. However, there will be a little bit something different there to look out for, and it will smack away the meta in some cases. Like Arachnophobia, you're not going to be using your typical Onslaught meta build on that particular lane. So you're going to have to change it up, throw some towers down in that one. And then there was a nice big bunch of bug fixes. So good to see that some stuff was added in. Now, the big things here for me personally, of course, are those fancy schmancy Dragolich pets, and then the 64-bit client. I'm anxious to do some tests and compare the difference between 32-bit and 64-bit and see exactly how much of a difference in performance, load times, etc. that I get, so I can get that documented. But that will do it for now. Hop on in to Dungeon Defenders 2 and make sure to get those pets, y'all. 4 awesome pets. If you're a new player to the game, make sure you're logging in every day and checking the tree, because getting one of these Dragolich pets can really, really give you a big boost as you're playing through Dungeon Defenders 2. So thank you all once again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.